I wouldn't have even thought that like cybersecurity could have made an issue with the 10-year, with it being two different pictures. That's kind of crazy to me.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most believable conspiracy theories from the depths of Reddit.
No! No, Yelena! No! Yelena! No, Yelena!
Number 20, the suspicious rise of coding.
I hope you don't screw like you type.
Over the last decade, the popularity and promotion of coding have shot through the roof. Children as young as 5 years old studied the subject in school in hopes of improving their chances of employment as adults.
Nyan and his classmates also compete in coding competitions and earn colored belts for their achievements, similar to martial arts students.
However, if everyone's a coder, is it even a lucrative profession anymore? That's where the conspiracy comes in. As the supply of coders far exceeds the demand for the same, unemployment rises and salaries dip. Uninhibited growth in the workforce means big tech gets to engage more labor for less and keep the profits going. Knowing the grip capitalism has on the world, it doesn't seem ludicrous that this might have been the big plan all along.
Coding careers are expected to grow 13% through 2026. It's also becoming so popular, many students are taking classes online, like Lambda School.
Number 19, Banksy revealed.
Most normal art is built to last like hundreds of years. It's cast in bronze or it's oil on canvas, but street art has a short lifespan, so it needed documenting.
The elusive street artist who has taken the world by storm with his revolutionary graffiti continues to evade identification to this day. One theory suggests that the co-creator of Gorillaz, illustrator Jamie Hewlett, is Banksy.
If you can't get what you want, come with me.
An investigation into the business side of the artist's work by a forensic expert reveals Hewlett as the ultimate owner of several Banksy-related entities. However, what makes things interesting is how Hewlett's PR agent, Joanna Brooks, reacted. She stated firmly to Metro, the publisher that broke the story, that, quote, Jamie Hewlett is not the artist Banksy. Either Brooks was particularly careless about the typo in her client's name replacing the E with an I, or it was a deliberate misspelling, which fed the rumors further. We'll go with the latter.
You don't mind if I pass on your details to the police?
No. What details have you got?
I know your real name. I know your real name.
Do you?
Number 18, Frozen was a cover-up.
Your sister? She returned from the mountain weak and cold. She said that you froze her heart.
This theory dates back to the 70s when cryonics fanatic Bob Nelson reportedly claimed Walt Disney was looking into cryonics. As is common with urban legends, the story took on a life of its own even when it was revealed that the celebrated animator had been cremated. In fact, the whole reason Walt's daughter Diane set up the Walt Disney Family Museum was to end the gross speculation.
Let it go, when I rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, that perfect girl is gone.
When that didn't work, Disney released Frozen to drown out the cryonics story once and for all, or that's what netizens believe. Now, when you search for Disney Frozen online, it's the studio's blockbuster hit that shows up, not a disturbing sci-fantasy. Intended or not, the result was ideal.
Is Great Uncle Walt frozen underneath the Pirates of the Caribbean ride?
He is not. We don't have him in an ice cube tray in the freezer, and no, not frozen. Was at the funeral, remember it well. No, not frozen.
Number 17, aliens in the ocean.
It's just like the mushroom planet. It looks exactly like a mushroom.
The majority of the Earth's surface is covered by oceans, and they are largely unexplored. The constant discovery of new sea creatures is proof that we'll never truly know what lies down there. It's not outrageous to think, then, that extraterrestrial life, or at least alien technology, may be hidden away underwater. Strange phenomena like the Baltic Sea anomaly, which revealed an unusual object in the seabed, offer compelling evidence in favor of this theory, too.
The anomaly lies in international waters, and other nations' authorities around the Baltic Sea have shown an interest in the object.
Similarly, American Congressman Tim Burchett's claim that a mysterious vessel is navigating the seas at a tremendous speed has raised eyebrows among alien enthusiasts. NASA's rare involvement with deep-sea exploration as compared to their prolific space missions only helps conspiracies thrive.
Och här ligger helt plötsligt så här stenformationer. Ser du? Så här, stenar som ligger som i en ring.
Allvarligt, som en häxring alltså.
Number 16. Museums don't display the real deal.
Her head is much too large in proportion for the rest of the figure. So this is a late 19th century fake.
Some Redditors argue that historically significant documents and iconic paintings like the Mona Lisa are not actually displayed in museums, at least not always. Instead, we see copies so the integrity of the originals can be preserved. In a sense, this is true. The United States Declaration of Independence, seen in the National Archives in Washington, D.C., is a signed copy.
180 years of searching, and I'm 3 feet away. Of all the ideas that became the United States, there's a line here that's at the heart of all the others.
So, it's possible that other such artifacts could be replicas too. It isn't too aggravating when we're in the know, perhaps just a bit of a bummer. However, the real question is, are museums hiding the real stuff in an elaborate con? And if so, do the originals even exist anymore? Whether there's merit to such doubts, only time will tell. Number 15. Egg prices are rising due to greedflation.
More bidders willing to pay more for diminished supply means the price goes up. And consumer behavior is driving up demand as well because of anxiety buying.
The ridiculous price hike for poultry products in the United States has been memed 7 ways from Sunday. However, there might be something much more sinister behind this inflation. We're told that egg prices are going up because the avian flu is driving down supply. While that is a contributing factor, the Justice Department is looking into whether industry giants might be restricting supply on purpose.
We used to get a case for about $27, and now we're getting them for about $150.
According to the New York Times, back in 2023, some of the largest egg suppliers in the U.S. paid millions of dollars in damages after being found guilty of orchestrating an inflation. So, it wouldn't be surprising if it turns out Big Egg is milking the bird flu crisis to rake in the dough. That is greedflation.
For now, though, the US is looking to make up for some of the shortfall by importing eggs from Turkey, one of the world's biggest exporters.
Number 14. Deep-sea fish sightings spell doom.
A strange occurrence as not only one but 2 of the rarest creatures from the deep blue sea wash ashore in the same week in Catalina and Oceanside.
Every time a creature from the depths of the ocean comes up to the surface, it sets off alarm bells. Legend has it that if deep-sea fish like the oarfish, also called the doomsday fish, are spotted near the surface, it means disaster isn't far behind. According to reports, an unusually high number of oarfish were once found beached across Japan, and the devastating 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami followed. Not so fun fact, they've been popping up more and more in recent years.
The fish was that big. How big? It took 15 sailors to hold it.
You don't have to be superstitious to acknowledge the gravity of this situation. Such displacement is most likely due to climate change causing disturbances in marine habitats. Needless to say, that's not only harmful to life underwater, but also on land.
I'm not even touching. I see touch.
Number 13. Too many mattress firms.
I always wanted to go to a mattress store.
Wow! I've never seen so many mattresses.
This is one of those conspiracy theories that have a real-life impact. It started when Reddit users noticed that there were way too many mattress firm stores in the US. This led to speculation about the company's involvement with money laundering. It certainly did not help that the conglomerate that bought Mattress Firm in 2016, Steinhoff International, was later mired in a fraud scandal.
It's home to your local sleep experts, and what's better than getting everyone the sleep that they need is the benefits that you get by working with us.
Ultimately, in 2018, 700 mattress firms were closed down in one swift blow. The company maintained that they weren't cleaning dirty money. However, a lawsuit they filed against former employees claiming they pocketed kickbacks from real estate agents for encouraging expansion confirmed that something was indeed fishy. That case ended in a settlement, but this Reddit theory isn't going anywhere.
There was a different mattress store on every corner right there in the same area, so I didn't care whether I bought one from one or the other.
Number 12. The Hawaii false alarm may not have been a mistake.
A lot of people got scared. Luckily for me, I was stuck through the whole thing.
On January 13, 2018, Hawaiian citizens fell into panic after a missile alert flashed on their phone screens. Chaos descended on the island state as people feared an attack from North Korea. Some traumatic minutes later, it was revealed that the notification was a false alarm that was sent through because of a Hawaii Emergency Management Agency employee's mistake during a drill.
I can't say that I would do anything differently based on what I saw and heard. I feel very badly for what's what's happened, the panic.
However, the man, who had allegedly made such errors before, later claimed he was 100% sure that the emergency was real. Either way, the mishap convinced conspiracy theorists that the false alarms were trial runs meant to study the public's reaction to an actual threat. Japan made a similar blunder a few days later, which further supported the claim.
In the aftermath, people across Hawaii were confronted with this question: what would you do if this was the real thing?
Number 11. The Hinge algorithm is terrible on purpose.
What started out as a small company that struggled to compete with now billion-dollar giants like Tinder has grown to become one of the most popular apps in the dating space.
Downloading, deleting, and re-downloading Hinge is a rite of passage in the era of online dating. Although love is at our fingertips, it's getting harder than ever to forge a real connection. This is because the system is rigged. Several users across the world have spoken out about their negative experiences on Hinge.
Every time you say you like someone or you dislike someone, we're kind of learning on the back end and sort of figuring out, like, okay, you like this type of person, you don't like that type of person.
According to some claims, Hinge may be deliberately hiding its most attractive users from you after luring you in with an initial round of ideal matches. Likewise, your account is probably hidden too. Don't worry though, the app's premium subscriptions, which come with profile boosts, will save the day if you cough up a fee. Maybe it's designed to be deleted because it's not worth contributing to such an obvious money-making scheme.
We are getting people out on great dates, and that's why I think you're seeing that people generally today, they meet online more than anywhere else. It has become like the most effective tool for people to meet.
Number 10. Modern art auctions are a front. Does anyone really get modern art? Like, seriously, who buys a painting when it's just pure white? And how are these weird non-paintings selling at auctions for millions of dollars?
I absolutely love.
That's just the air conditioner.
Well, one popular theory holds that modern art and art auctions are just a front for money laundering practices.
Do you see how I echo money with my brush strokes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Dirty money is used to pay for paintings, whether they're really worth anything or not, which allows rich criminals to launder their cash in such a way that the government cannot touch it. Well, it would certainly go a long way to explaining how the price of art got so inflated.
Art sucks! You're living a lie! You're living a lie! Yeah, take it down! You're living a lie!
Number 9. Wonka Piercer. There have been some crazy connections made between movies over the years, but one of the most strangely compelling is the idea that the 2013 dystopian movie Snowpiercer is really a sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Would you wear a shoe on your head?
Proponents of the idea cite numerous similarities, including that both feature characters traveling through a fantastical structure who are then progressively whittled down as they progress through it.
You repay his kindness with violent hooliganism.
The idea is that the train's inventor, Wilford, is actually an older version of Charlie Bucket, who modeled his frozen dystopia's lifeboat on Wonka's self-sustaining candy factory. It may be pure imagination, but it is fascinating nonetheless.
Don't just stand there, do something!
Help. Police. Murder.
Number 8. The U.S. doesn't offer free higher education because of the military. While the U.S. offers free public education up to the end of high school, universities and higher learning cost, well, an arm and a leg would be an understatement. Although there have been growing calls for the government to fully fund higher ed, many see it as unlikely for one simple reason: the U.S. military. In the U.S., military service is voluntary. However, it also offers subsidized access to higher education along with service, giving lower-income families opportunities they wouldn't otherwise be able to afford. The conspiracy theory states that the government would never fully fund higher education because if everyone had free access to college without the added danger of active service, far fewer people would choose the military.
Are you ready to sign up on GoArmy.America?
Number 7. The first cosmonauts in space never returned alive. Yuri Gagarin was the first human to go to space, right? Well, some have posited that prior to Gagarin's historic flight, the Soviet Union sent several other cosmonauts to space, where they either died or were captured by foreign powers upon their return to Earth.
After several decades of propaganda, lies, and official denials, the truth about one of humanity's greatest achievements can now be told.
Given the Soviet Union's secretive nature, it's easy to believe this theory, even though there are several big holes in it.
We have photographs where we believe a cosmonaut in training has been airbrushed away.
For one thing, Soviet space records have been made available to the public. And for another, the USA was keeping a close eye on the USSR during the space race and definitely would have caught wind of any rocket launches.
Even after several decades, CIA and U.S. State Department documents are still classified on this issue.
Number 6. Area 51 is a decoy. For over half a century, conspiracy theorists around the world have obsessed over Area 51, a Nevada Air Force base often associated with UFOs and extraterrestrial conspiracies. It wasn't even publicly acknowledged until 2013. But one Reddit theory suggests that Area 51 is only a decoy for the real location where the US conducts alien experiments.
I got a top secret for you. There's no such thing as flying saucers.
The theory goes that even if Area 51 has conducted experiments on UFO technology in the past, it makes a lot of sense to keep the public's attention focused anywhere but where the real work is being done currently. Any magician can tell you that misdirection is a powerful tool.
The truth. What is going on here at Area 51? What are these black budget projects? We just fly these birds. They don't tell us what makes them go. They engineer them all up in Utah.
Number 5. The 10-year challenge was created for facial recognition. Social media is full of memes designed to get people to post photos of themselves, but one in particular has been cited as being more than it appears.
O'Neill says sharing how we've aged could be mined to train facial recognition algorithms.
The 10-year challenge, in which people post pictures of themselves both currently and 10 years prior, has been suggested to have been crafted so as to give facial recognition software a baseline for how people's faces change over the course of a decade.
It's very possible that someone else seeded that challenge so that they could capture those two images and use it for whatever means.
Although a lot of these photos were already available on social media, specifying the 10-year gap and then placing them side by side would be a lot easier than data mining millions of people.
I think this is a huge privacy concern that people are unaware of.
Number 4. The FBI starts Reddit conspiracy threads. One of the most meta Reddit theories out there posits that government agencies, such as the FBI, are actually the ones who start Reddit conspiracy threads. In this way, the agencies are able to better keep track of what the public knows but can't prove, or else they use the threads to discredit some theories by making those that believe in them seem like they're unhinged. This kind of thing has the appearance of being believable because of how easy it would be for agencies to use this method for both information gathering and disinformation.
I'm with the FBI.
Number 3. The Roswell incident was a Soviet aircraft. In 1947, an unidentified flying object crashed at a ranch in New Mexico. While the military has subsequently claimed it was a weather balloon, UFO believers have claimed the object was alien in origin, and that the military is involved in a cover-up.
Are we truly alone? Or are we being lied to?
However, what if the conspiracy theorists are right about the cover-up, but wrong about the UFO's origin? One idea suggests that the Roswell incident was actually a Soviet aircraft that was shot down or crashed on US soil. Some suggest, conversely, that the Soviets faked a crash to spread panic.
The flying disc that landed at Roswell had not been sent from outer space, but had in fact been sent by Stalin.
The cover-up was to stop people from panicking that America's Cold War nemesis managed to come close to striking at the heart of the country. Number 2. Pockets versus purses. The pockets on most clothing marketed towards women suck. They're usually too small to hold anything bigger than a toothpick, and whenever there is a piece of clothing with good pockets, it's super exciting. So, why doesn't the fashion industry make bigger or better pockets for women's clothes if the demand is there? One Reddit theory suggests that fashion companies are purposely keeping these pockets useless to sell more purses. After all, you don't see a lot of purses made for men, and they seem to be doing just fine. So if people who wear women's clothes didn't need purses anymore, surely purse sales would plummet, right? Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. UFOs are flown by future humans. As we've seen, plenty of theories abound about aliens and UFOs, but one that's been gaining a lot of traction on Reddit is the idea that the crafts and creatures that some believe exist and originate from elsewhere in the universe actually originate from Earth, from the far future. It would certainly explain why the popular images of aliens look so much like we do, and why so few UFOs have been spotted from space. They never had to leave Earth's atmosphere. By traveling back in time, perhaps these future humans are trying to investigate their past to solve some future crisis, or to stop it from happening altogether.
Now what's going on there?
History.
What's the most outlandish conspiracy theory you've heard of? Tell us in the comments down below.
Hey, what was the purpose of life anyway?
Who knows? Probably some hogwash about the human spirit.
Sounds about right.